Okay, everybody, thanks for joining. We will talk about display building in general, so it will have a bigger scope as the previous talk. And we'll talk about the past and, of course, about the present and the near future. I'm Pierre. I'm part of the UA team. We are a team specialized in implementing design system into Drupal. I provide services with my company, Beiris.eu, and I am the co-maintainer of Edison Core. Oh, no! I'm the provisional front-end framework manager in Core since yesterday. I need to get used of this new title. Let's go back in the past. What is display building? Display building is something we are always talking about, but we are only we don't define it so much. We are building a display, so we are generating markup. Markup displayed on the page, but also on the header with assets. It's declarative. If you are generating your markup from the code, from the PHP, you are not doing display building. You need to make it declarative and to store it in content or in config. And because it's declarative, it's editable from admin UI. We have tools called the display builders, which allow us, the agencies, the site builders, but also our clients, the contributors, to edit and to build the display. 2006, 20 years ago, was the big year. First, because it was my first year for Drupal, and maybe I sparkled something here. And it was also the year of CCK 1.0. Who was there in 2006? Okay, so for content display, CCK was a big thing. It was the ancestor of the Field API, and it came with field formatter. That means for the first time in Drupal, you can do content modeling, and you can also do the display building or your content model. It was crazy. Then we got CCK2 and Display Suite. Display Suite was the big things too, because it was bringing blocks and layout to the content display, as we already have with Layout Builder. Then we got Panelizer, which is doing kind of display suite and field groups. Content display was pretty full featured in 2012. And those tools are still familiar today. Page display, same year. It was a crazy year. Panels. Panels arrive, and panels make us build not content display, but full page display. It was very powerful. It was already using layout and blocks. And then we got also the same year views, which was doing a query builder. You can build your query. I want to pull this data with this filter, with this sort, but also this query display builder. You can build how the results are looking. And then we got views 2, views 3, and better expose filter for better building of the expose form. So you see, 20 years ago, we got already very interesting tool. And 15 years ago, it was already very powerful. And then, Core, okay, and first, this guy, you know this guy? This guy is Earl Miles, Merlin of Chaos, and among the 6 tools I'm talking about, he did 3 of them. He was legendary. Then Core was catching up. In Drupal 7, we got the Feed API with entity display and field formatters, so the same as CCK. Then Drupal 8, view modes as config entities. You can have as many view modes as you want. And then Layout API, and to finish, Layout Builder, the king, our best display builder we have in Core. And it was 2018, 7 years ago. For page display, Drupal 8, again, we got block as config entities. It's still, it's something, it's better than before. And we got views in Core, also the king of query building, and it was like that 10 years ago, and it's still like that 10 years ago. So you see, Core is catching up, and it was a success, but not a full success, because we don't need those country modules anymore, but there is so much things we are not able to do in Core yet. For example, Layout Builder is limited to 2 levels, section and block. For page display, we can put many times the same block, but we are still defining the region in info.yaml and page.html.twig. And for query display, no much happened. We still have the same experience as 10 years before. So today, our Drupal core experience is not as good for the display building than for the other layers. Content modeling is great. You can do so much before going custom and making your own field type, for example. For business rules, like roles, workflow, permission, everything, you can go very far away without starting your custom code. It's crazy. But for display building, you need custom code very quickly. Why are we in this state now? Because we got the dark age. Something happened in 2018. We went from Drupal 8.5, where Layout Builder was introduced, and it was like the start of something great. We will build on it. To 1 year later, Drupal 8.7, introduction of JSON API. I love JSON API. JSON API is great. Entity share is made with the JSON API. You can publish business data to a lot of platforms with JSON API. There is nothing wrong. But JSON API arrived at a very specific moment. It arrived during the headless craze, the headless hype. So there was a time when headless was unavoidable. You see AI, all those talks about AI, at this time, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, it was headless everywhere. And everybody was talking about that as being the future of Drupal. And it was a bit oversold, according to me. First, we were sold flexibility and decoupling. You see, if you do headless, you will be able to decouple your application between UI logic and business logic. Is it true? All the headless projects I've seen have business logic into the browser's part, into the JavaScript code. Why? Because we are sending to the browser business data. JSON API is sending business objects, articles, product, fields, user. So we need to process this business data with business logic into the browser. Okay, so it doesn't work. But it will be easier to maintain, no? We have 2 apps with, you can make one app evolving without breaking the other one because we have like an interface and a contract. Yes, but the front-end app became very, very heavy. Maybe I'm unlucky. Maybe I got only bad experiences. But it was very, very heavy, very, very bloated. So when you are running on the browser, which is not app engine, when you are running those big code base with heavy UI and business logic, it can be hard to maintain. And then, improve performance. Really? Did we really get better performance with Headless? Did you notice that every time a website is very slow, it's headless rendering? So I'm not saying headless rendering is always bad for all your projects. I just said maybe we did too much. Maybe it's not magical. Maybe it was not the one-size-fits-all solution. And all this complaint is not the reason why I'm complaining. And I'm not complaining again about bad SEO and accessibility. I'm complaining about that. Client-side rendering, headless rendering is not display buildable. Because the state of your display doesn't match the state of your config on the Drupal side. Because presentation is handled in a separate app with its own logic, and the communication is going only one way. This headless app is pulling business data from Drupal, but Drupal doesn't know about what is displayed on this app. So how can we build something from Drupal with headless? This is the main explanation of this dark edge, and the contrib space tried to provide, but it was a mess. Layout Builder got an ecosystem. Great, we need an ecosystem. We need to extend it. But it was a big, big, big ecosystem. When you have an ecosystem that big, with incompatible modules inside, that may say something about the core module you are extending. Maybe Layout Builder didn't get enough love after 2018. For page display, we got Page Manager with a very good module, but very slow to be ready. It took nearly 10 years to get usable. And on Query Display, we got nothing. 2 years ago, I was in Ghent. I was with you. It was wonderful. I think my best Drupal event. And I was so excited to share about design system and display building. And I got the feeling I was a bit the alien. Everybody was still crazy about headless rendering. And I got some trouble to catch your attention at the coffee break. But the dark age is over. I feel it. And I feel it for 3 reasons. First, there is something on the web happening now. It's been 2 years, server-side rendering, it's cool again. And there is so many articles, and sometimes very, very deep and interesting articles about doing server-side rendering again, and getting better performance, better maintainability, better compatibility, better everything by moving back the rendering to server side, including in the JavaScript world. My second reason to think we are out of the dark age is the hype inside the Drupal community. In Lille, in DrupalCon Lille, in 2023, Dries announced a new initiative, Next Generation Page Builder, and it was the first time in years people get excited about page building, and it was very refreshing. The goal was to improve Layout Builder after a few years of letting down. And 6 months later, he did this very powerful blog post about renaming Next Generation Page Builder to Expert Builder and focusing on expanding Layout Builder. So finally, we got Expert Builder, you know. It was different than what was announced, but still, it's not about the product, it's about the hype. Because Dries is a hype machine, you know. And there was something else a third reason, core is changing slowly, but surely. Core is getting ready for promoting display building again. Because Core is slowly adopting design system API. Who knows about design system? Okay, nearly everybody, that's cool. So design system or design implementation were described and organized with component and different tools and artifacts. And because it's organized, we can manage them. For example, Bootstrap 5, Google Material, Daisy UI, IBM Carbon, Lightning from Salesforce, or design system. And this organization, this structure into the design implementation, make it useful for Drupal and other tools. Because system loves systems, so content management system are comfortable with design systems. And you know that API, because we got first SDC 2 years ago, SDC for UI components and layouts. So it's what we say, we say to the front developer, you need to add a YAML file to describe the UI you're implementing, the component you're implementing, and we will be able to use it. 6 months ago, we got the icon API. Very nice API, with describing an icon pack, not icon one by one, an icon pack. So the front developer, when he's adding icon to the design implementation, he can add description of the packs, and then Drupal can load the description and work with it. And now we are working on a new API for style utilities and helpers, and we hope to land it in a few months. And more will come. It's the 3 biggest, but more will come. So now, part of the web design system, we are soon to have half of the design system we can implement in Drupal. So are we good? Is it the end of the dark age? We have a server-side renaissance. The web is ready again. Dries is hyping up display building with its initiative. And Core is adopting tools we need to do great display building. No, we are not. We are not. Because we have a gap here. If the front developer is adding the expecting YAML file for the design system definition, Drupal will load plugins. But the display builders in Drupal, they need other plugins. They are not leveraging components, icon pack, or styles. They are leveraging block, layout, and field formatters. So this gap needs to be filled. There is a team, UI Suite team, the best, who are filling the gap. Good. So it's already done in country space. UI pattern module is transforming component plugin into block, field formatter, view rows, view styles, and layout plugin. UI icon module is transforming icon packs plugins and each of the icons into field type, field formatter, CK Editor 5, and so on and so on. And the UI styles module is transforming the styles plugins into not plugins, but alteration of plugin output for views, layout builder, CK Editor 5, and paragraph behavior, for example. So here I can see my Bootstrap card and button used as layout and block into layout builder. A Daisy UI icon stored in a field and displayed by a field formatter. And some Bootstrap style utilities applied to part region of the layout builder. My text is red, and it's beautiful. So thanks to UI Suite, we now plug the two parts of Drupal core who don't talk with each other. The plugins we have from the design implementation and the plugins we have for the display builders. So, are we good this time? We already know server-side rendering is back, the hype is back, core is getting ready, and now we can plug everything together. Yes, we are good. Some people already do production projects with that successfully. But it's not enough. We need more. Because there is two issues on the current situation. First issue, it's complicated. From the design implementation into theming to the display building, we have many steps and we have many transformation, we have many check and too many plugin type. It's heavy. And the second issue we have, all the display builders, block layout, layout builder, manage display views, are very different from each other. They don't provide the same experience. And sometimes the experience is lacking. For example, if I want to build entity view display, I can use layouts, for example, for my article full page. But when I go to page layout, block layout, I'm only able to put the block in already set region, and I don't have access to the layout plugin. So they are different, they don't really match with each other. So we need a next generation of display builders plural. They need to be design system native. They need to leverage all those design system API from Drupal core, unified building experience, and with modern advanced features because the dark age is over. Now we are ready to continue the work we started from 2006 to 2018 and to put some love into display building again. I guess you already know one of those display builders. It's Experience Builder. I will not tell you much about that because I guess most of you were already in the room 1 hour ago. And Wim and Balit Bruce did a great talk about this exciting tool. That's why I want to talk to you about another one. Because us, UI Suite people, it's been 8 years we are working on a design system and display building. And those core API, they are inspired by our work or they come directly from our work. And until now, we were just saying, okay, we will convert the plugin and we will let Drupal tools do the display building. But why? Why we don't do the extra step? Why we are not building our own display builder, leveraging those plugin types directly? It seems crazy, but it's not crazy. Because when you think about a display builder, you think about UI. Oh, yeah, I need to drag, I need to drop, I need a contextual panel, I need interactive button, all the UI. And the UI and the UX are very important for such a tool. And a tool you expose to contributor, so it's very important. But it's the fun part. The hard part, the heavy part, is not the UI of the display builder. It's the lower layers. And this job was done. This was done many years ago. We have already a powerful and expressive data model, the component tree, to use the same word as Wim. We have a very wide and battle-tested data retrieval and normalization mechanism. We can take Drupal data from everywhere. We have a performant cache management. we are managing the context. The context is very tricky. It's like 20% of the UI pattern code base, the context management. Where I am, what can I do according to the Drupal context. We are also managing config dependency management to avoid any break into the building experience. And we have advanced design system features. So we are in a situation where this crazy stuff, those lower level stuff are done, and they are done the right way, and they work, and they are used by thousands of websites. So what we need to do is to do the fun stuff. New dynamic UI, a server-side state manager to plug the UI, and replacement. And among the replacements, there is a display builder I didn't talk about. It's entity form display. Yes, it's a display builder too. We are building the display of a form, and we will address it thanks to current work by Florent. He did a talk yesterday. It was wonderful. You want to see a demo? Yeah. We're starting 2 months ago, and this demo is already 1 month old. So, I can't do a full when I'm here. Okay. Let's try again. So, I have a component library on the left. I can filter and pick all my components. I can nest my component with a slot. I can filter anything. I can pick directly component variant. So I save a lot of click. I have blocks. Blocks are any Drupal renderable you can get. So we, according to the context, we pull all the available data. And our any renderable component or block have a contextual panel to set the props, set the settings, and also apply design system iteration. Here it's a context free, so I don't have access to the to any Drupal entity, but I'm able to put some token anyway. We have a preview system directly using the render API, and everything is reactive and everything is live updated. It was fast, it was short, but you have to understand that all this is already working after only, at this time, I don't know, 20 days of work at this time. 20 days of work. And today, we are covering a lot. Sorry. It's not the, I don't know why I changed my slide. Let's go back. Today, we are covering a lot. We are covering entity view display override. We are covering page layout, the full page layout. That means we are totally replacing the block layout page. We are covering views. We are replacing the display builder of views. So your view are only query building. It's very refreshing. And soon, we will also cover entity form display. And we did all this demo in 20 days, and now we have way more, a lot of features in only 50 days. Why are we so efficient? Because first, we are a small team of Drupal professionals. We are working for our client, and these tools are built from 8 years of experience, doing display building and design system for 8 years, every day. And we maintain the reference modules for design system implementation in Drupal Contrib. So we are very focused on the needs of the agencies. Also, as I told you, we have a mature engine. Mature doesn't mean old. For example, most of the code base is only 1 year old. But it's strong of 8 years of expertise. And all the performance issues, all the stability issues, all the features issues, they are already tested by thousands of websites. When we will introduce the display builder I show you, you will just get a new fancy UI, comfortable UI. Everything complicated, everything risky, your data, for example, is already under heavy test by thousands of websites because we use the UI pattern, UI styles, and UI skin engine. Also, we don't ask you to do any change to your code. All your custom code, PHP and SDC, will be compatible. We were very efficient to do that, also because we adopt a light, modern, and pragmatic approach. There was no JavaScript in the demo. There was no JavaScript. Everything was rendered by the renderer service of Drupal, but everything is updating live. Everything is snappy. You can do any change, it will be reported to all the interactive elements in 150 milliseconds. It's faster than you can see. Why? Because we have a very efficient code base, and we are using HTMX. That means everything is rendered on server side, and we are only sending the little snippet of HTML to be replaced. Also, we are using web components for our own UI in order to not bleed and to be compatible with so much existing design. All this is smaller than Layout Builder. That means if you install this module, when it will be available, the code base will be smaller than Layout Builder, but it will do 10 times more than Layout Builder. And it's just a normal module. We don't want to change everything. It's a normal module with where 80% of the logic are in a single plugin type. Plugin you can add, you can alter anything, you can extend anything. It's a small code base and a light overload. Okay. For example, this is our plugin attribute format. And it's an example of our config entity because you can build yourself your builder. And you can extend it. At the end, we want our builder to be built with our builder. It will be great. So we have a project page already. Today, we are not public. We are still in private repository because we are doing some refactoring. We will publish when we will be ready. And of course, all the development will happen on the Drupal issue queue. We will publish an alpha soon, so get ready. A beta 1 in June. It will be production ready for the people a bit adventurous. And we target 1.00 in September. If you want a longer demo, a more up-to-date demo, we can meet at Construction Room. If you want to help us, you can also participate by sponsoring us. Today, we are very fast and very efficient because we prioritize that, but if some clients say, this is a big bag of money to do some billable work, we may be distracted. So to conclude, display builder is not new. Display building, let's not mix the two. Display building is not new. Display building is a part of the Drupal DNA. It's been 20 years we are doing that. That was a golden age. First, it happened in Contrib. Then, it happened in Core. It seems something stopped in 2018. And we are starting again, so the dark age. But we don't have to forget it's part of our project. And today, all this nice stuff happening, Experience Builder, Display Builder, and maybe other projects, maybe you want to start your own, are possible because of the new API into Drupal core. Design system is a secret sauce for this new generation of tools. Question?
Thanks, Pierre. I knew the speech because in the UI Suite team too. About maybe not rolling, about the headless. Do you think this low-level APIs in core will also benefit from for people who still do headless?
I think so. My biggest complaint about headless, it's we are sending business data to the headless app, to the browser app, so the browser app needs to implement business logic. There is a side effect with those new design system API in core. It will allow us to simplify the render API and maybe the form API. There is a lot of opportunities here to take. And if we success simply cleaning the render and form API enough, we can reach a point when our form, our render tree, our render payload can be exposed as JSON data. So instead, with JSON API, instead of sending your entities, business entities, you are sending your render tree, and then your LS app will be able to transform this to this own format.
Can we see the views UI?
Yes. I know views is a surprising part here. So I have a slide. So this is a good old views admin UI. It's complicated, no? Who knows every part, every option of this page? Yeah, me? Okay, we are 10 people. But this page is way simpler if you divide in two different categories. In color is a display building. You can configure the page wrapper, the view wrapper, the view result, each of the view result. You can configure how your form, exposed form is displayed, or your pager is displayed. This is a display building. So all this can be replaced by a tool like the display builder I show you. If we do that, views will only be filter, sort, contextual filter, and relationship. And I'm dreaming about this very simplified page with only those 4 blocks. It's totally possible because our iteration is already successful. So, other question? Ah, yes, there. Oh.
Yeah. No, I just was looking.
How is it different from Experience Builder? Can you just
Of course. I was also ready for this question. Indeed, we look in competition because we are both addressing display building being modern, design system native, and unified experience. But we are also very different. Our display builder is really focused on covering the display building scope. We are targeting the display builders. we are targeting the agencies. And of course, we are also addressing the contributors because entity view display are overlappable for contributors. But our goal is to go as far as we can as modernizing the display building experience. Experience Builder, they are targeting also a very ambitious scope, but it's more a vertical one. They are targeting personas. They want to address from the designer to the contributor, and they focus on entity view display. Page display, as maybe you see with Wim, they are building the region one by one instead of the full page. View display, I guess, is out of scope. Maybe I will be corrected on this one. And entity form display, I think, was not discussed. So they are doing their ambitious work. We are doing our ambitious work. We have only this. We are competing only on this intersection, and moreover, we are collaborating a lot. We are both building experiences about the subject, and we are moving stuff to core, and there is a lot of very nice stuff happening in core now, thanks to the collaboration between UI Suite people and the Experience Builder people. So at the end, it's a win-win situation. I hope the two tools will be successful, and I hope, because we are not targeting exactly the same audience, I hope the two tools will be used and sometimes in the same project, if they are compatible. Is it clear? I'm sure there is another question. No? Okay. Ah, yes.
Is there another question replying slide you want to show us?
No.
Have you anticipated another question?
No. I only prepared two of them because yes.
Ah.
But I can do it really quickly.
Hello. Yeah, hi. My question is more towards like contribution point of view, since Experience Builder is in the limelight, everybody knows about it, and there is a big resource available to push that moment forward. Mm-hmm. And so what's your, what help do you need for your project?
We need people to get involved mostly on the existing module. Because if I'm very confident telling all of you that this summer you will get this wonderful tool, and the promise, the stuff I'm hyping up will happen this summer, is because this new display builder is built on an existing ecosystem of 4 modules. So what we need people to use those 4 modules, to discover them, because every time someone is helping us on those modules by warning us about a performance issue, proposing a feature, fixing a bug, this is a benefit for the display builder. This display builder is very, very light. It's just an UI. So let's have the best engine possible. And it's already there. You can download it. You can make projects with it. Let's have the best engine possible, and the UI will benefit from it.
Yeah. Thanks.
And you are welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.